Hi, in this video we're going to make some sprouts. Well, actually not going to make them, we're going to grow them. And, I'll show you the equipment you're going to need. Right over here. You're going to need a jar. I recommend you get the screen lids. You can buy these at Amazon or something. They're quite convenient. Once you put that on, you won't have to take the lid on and off again. Okay, to start off, buy some sprouting seeds. You take 2 tablespoons. I put a line on this jar, so I just have to pour the seeds into the jar, and I know I've got 2 tablespoons. That will fill the jar with sprouts when it's done. Now I just put some water in there. Okay, it doesn't matter how much really, just make sure you're going to soak all the seeds. Now that's just going to sit there for about, maybe 8 hours or something. Whatever. I'm going to come back tonight and dump the water off. And I'll continue the video then. So, see you in 8 hours. Yeah. Hello again. Well, it's 9 o'clock at night, and the only thing to do now is to pour the water off, which I'm going to do. Just going to dump it out. And what I usually do is just kind of get the seeds around the edges to start, so that they can each get a little bit of light. You want to tilt the jar on something for a little while. That's a stand you can buy, or you can just put it on something and just leave it for a while like that. The water will drain out. And just leave the jar somewhere until tomorrow morning when I'm going to rinse them again. Or I guess I should say rinse them for the first time. I'm going to fill it up with water and dump it out again. So, till tomorrow morning. Okay, this is the beginning of day 1, doing our sprouts. And remember, you must allow air into the sprouts. So you leave the screen lid on. I'm going to rinse some cold water. The sprouts basically just use air and water to grow. So rinsing them changes the air in there as well. See, when I dump this water out, we replace the air, because the sprouts need the carbon dioxide and oxygen and all that stuff. And just rinse them 3 times a day. You could prop them up somewhere if you can on something. I use these little stands. They just have to sit in the stand for maybe 5-10 minutes till the water's drained off. I like to spread the seeds around the sides. You won't be able to do that once they're growing. It's going to fill up. You can see some of them are actually sprouting already. Just let that sit for 15 minutes. Now I keep my sprouts in my grow cabinet. You probably don't have a grow cabinet, but put your sprouts in a lighted spot. Do not put them in direct sunbeams, as they will cook. If someone tells you to keep your sprouts in the dark for a couple of days, try to ignore them, because they don't have a clue what they're talking about. Now every couple hours when I walk by here, I'll just rotate the jar and lunchtime I'm gonna rinse them again. Okay, it's the end of day one. And I have to rinse these guys. Remember to fill the whole jar with water so that the air gets replaced. You can see a lot of them have germinated already. See the different colors of them. So I'll go put it on its stand and just repeat this operation for a couple of days. Okay, it's lunchtime on day 2. Time to do another rinse. As you can see, it's they're all sprouting, which is what sprouts tend to do. They're turning green because they're in light. They're getting chlorophyll. They're not stressed in the dark, so they're nice and healthy. Chlorophyll apparently is better for you to eat anyway. You can see in there. Is there enough light in? Yeah, just let them drain for a while. Okay, it's day 3, I guess. The sprouts are looking really good, nice and green, growing quite well, filling the jar. Cool water. Looking good. Water's nice and clear. Sometimes if your water is green or something, it's not good news. But this is nice and clear. Doesn't seem to be any algae or fungus or mold or anything. Looking good. Just let that drain a bit. See if they're ready tomorrow. Well, it's day 4. And they're almost filling the jar. I might harvest these tonight. It's lunchtime, time for their second rinse. Looking good. Yeah, I might harvest these tonight. Okay, it's the last day of sprouting and time to harvest. See, they're completely filling the jar. So, one thing I'd like to do is get rid of a lot of these husks and things. So, I'm going to rinse them. A lot of the husks float and we'll be able to get rid of them. Look at this, isn't that nice? I probably could have harvested these yesterday. But, you see the husks, a lot of them float. We'll be able to get rid of them. These are all tangled up. So I'll be untangling them here. husks will just disappear here. Move these guys. I cleaned the sink thoroughly before I started this operation. When you pick up the sprout, the husks don't tend to stick to your fingers. The sprouts stick to your fingers, so you can transfer a lot of the sprouts without the husks. Unless you want to eat the husks, I'm not going to hurt you. But your fingers are natural sieves to clear the husks from the sprouts. There's a lot in here once you untangle them. Quite tangled up here. I'll just continue doing this for a while. See how I'm getting mostly sprouts. I'll just continue doing this. These are mostly husks left over. And we'll give these one more rinse. There's a lot in here. I think that was 2 tablespoons of seeds. Now let's package these things for the freezer. Quite a few here. This will last a few weeks. I'll just let these guys drain for a while. Nice big clump. It actually weighs a bit. Alright, that's it for a while. And I'm going to put them in plastic bags and store them in the freezer. do is kind of flatten them out so they'll freeze quickly, and then when I want to get them, I'll be able to break off pieces because they won't be completely frozen together. And make sure there's not much water in there, just a bit of water, doesn't matter. See, so they'll freeze quickly. And I'll be able to break them up to get them out. Perfect. And just freeze them. These will be gone in a week or two. Well, that's it for making sprouts.